Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to the StudyIQ IS platform. And today we are here with the IB ACIO last year, previous year paper discussion and solutions. So the purpose of this session would be so that you are able to gauge where you are standing if you're preparing for the civil services examination, and also whether you need any preparation in a section which enables you to qualify the IB ACIO exam. As many students were asking for the completely English batch, yes, we have also come up with that. This is IB ACIO Study IQ preparation group, so kindly join that, because all the important updates, let's say the current affairs classes, the current affairs material, or the relevant discussions will be uploaded here, right? And this is me, Karan Jindal, and my Telegram ID is KAIRNZ. You have any of the doubts, you can come up and ask here. Fine. And this is the batch which I was talking about, which is IB ACIO completely English live batch. And regarding the classes, if you miss any of the classes, it will be automatically uploaded to you as in the recorded form. Fine. Okay. Let's move ahead. So you can use the code KJ Live here. That is also available to you. If you use this code, and this price would be reduced to 2,999. 2,999. Fine. And one more thing, the batch is commencing from 25th of July. Yes, please mark the date, 25th of July. And I told many people time and again that the exam would be conducted around 15th of September. And let me tell you, 3,000 plus vacancies is not a joke. You might be thinking that these are so many vacancies, they might come every year. No, in the last 15 to 20 years, we did not have so many vacancies in IB ACIO. So please look upon it as a good option for having a job letter in your hand. Okay. So we'll start. This is a discussion group made by me. You can join that also. The name of the group is Karan Jindal IB ACIO. Fine. Okay. And this is the date where would you having the exam of IB ACIO. Around 15th of September, the exam would be there. And please, the forms are open. You go to the Ministry of Home Affairs. You can just fill the form, and the last date would be 10th of August. This is the last date for the application form. See, many of us think that I'm preparing for UPSC. Why should I prepare for IB ACIO? Because this is something, an option which you can keep in your pocket as a backup. And let me tell you, this is especially for those who are really passionate to serve the country. If you want to really serve the country, this is one of the options available. Okay, fine. So I'll begin with the current affairs. How IB ACIO current affairs look alike. How they look like. And I want you to participate in these. If you have the participation, it would be very much easy for you to get the things. Okay, fine. So this is the first question being asked in the exam. That is the first question. So they are asking about Hockey India Sub Junior Women South Zone Championship 2023. Please see here. They are asking the Hockey India Sub Junior. You might be wondering, this is extremely like a very particular specific thing they have asked in current affairs. Yes, they have, because it was being conducted for the first time. And can you remember and tell me what would be the answer? Did Andhra Pradesh top here? Did Tamil Nadu top here? The answer was that it was the first edition of such a kind of a tournament. That is why they had asked. Let me tell you folks who have joined, this is IB ACIO 2024 paper. And I am discussing the current affairs. Here. Fine. The hockey unit of Tamil Nadu secured the second position. Yes. Andhra Pradesh stood first. So 2 and 3 were correct. 1 was incorrect. So this was first edition of such a tournament. That is why being asked. Okay. Can you tell me this? Everyone who is attending the session, can you tell me this? Frontal offset test in Bharat New Car Assessment Program. Do you know what it is? It is basically the crash test of a vehicle, which is judged to actually gauge the integrity, the structural integrity of the vehicle. How much rigid it is. If it gets a bang-on collision, how much rigidity the vehicle possesses. Can you guess what is the speed at which the speed of the vehicle is tested? Can you guess it? It is option number D. This is 64. This is the correct answer. This is the correct answer. Okay. Going ahead. Then it is asked about the peace agreement done by the Government of India in December 2023. So the paper was conducted in Jan 2024. The current affair asked December 2023. Okay. So how much length of current affairs do they ask? They usually ask a current affairs length of about 12 months. 6 months immediate, they are of top priority, and the succeeding 6 months, they are actually your second priority for the current affairs. Fine. So they are asking about the peace agreement done by the Government of India in December 2023. This is the third question in the paper of current affairs. It was signed between UNLF, United Nations, United Liberation Front, United National Liberation Front, Government of Manipur and the Government of India. Yes, this was true. In December 2023, they were in the process of making the peace because one of the very prominent group, that is UNLF, that is a mighty group. First time a mighty group from Manipur had laid down arms to come at peace. This was a peace accord. Yes, so this is true. Okay. NRFM was formed on this date. See, IBACIO does not ask you questions related to date mostly. They actually pinch you regarding the year. This is 2011. This is 2011 and NRFM. Mind you, this was formed in 2011 and this was the wing of which 25 leaders had laid down the weapons to join the peace agreement. See, around 25 leaders of this wing, a mighty group led by the major, that is Boycha, along with the 50 weapons. Again, they played with these weapons. This was 25 weapons. They had joined UNLF on 2023 December. Right? So, this was wrong, this was also wrong, and this is right. This is right. So, only statement 1 was correct here. Only statement 1 was correct. So, what I get from this? So, the current affairs section which they are asking with respect to some numericals, they are asking with respect to some number details, the data details. That is what they are asking. Fine? Okay. Let's move ahead. Okay. Mitra Shakti 2023. So, we hear about the defense exercises. We read in UPSC, we read in current affairs about the defense exercises. So, now they have asked between which organ of your armed forces this exercise is being conducted. Among which? So, here it is it a naval exercise? No, it is not. It is not a naval exercise. Anywhere it is not. It is a joint exercise of India and Sri Lanka. Yes, it is true. And it has been conducted from this date. Yes, this was also true. And it is aimed at deeper understanding of each other's operational strategies and tactics. So, what I get to understand is that IB-ACIO paper is not getting into the crux of the concept till now. Till now, they are not getting into the crux of the concept. Fine. So, they are asking me a very basic thing, that is it a naval exercise, Mitra Shakti 2023? No, it is not. So, this is incorrect. Apart from statement 1, if I see, okay, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. So, my answer is automatically delivered. Even if I don't know about the other 3 statements, I can mark it correct because this is not a naval exercise. The answer is 4. Answer is 4. Okay. Orindoi 2.0 is launched by which of the following states? Please answer everyone, bache. Please answer everyone. Orindoi 2.0 is launched by which of the following states? Do you know about it? Anyone? Do you know about it? Regarding which of the following states? See here. Assam Orindoi 2.0 portal. This is it. So, this is a poverty alleviation program where the government of Assam is delivering the poverty alleviation, how much support they can give it to the kids, to the women of the state. So, this was a portal being launched under the Assam government. Yes, this was under the Assam government. Fine. Okay. We come ahead. Who is appointed as the new DGCA chief in Jan 2023? So, the paper was conducted in Jan 2024. So, that is why I keep on saying to you that 12 months current affairs are being asked. Jan 2023. So, we go back to 1 year. So, these questions will be asked from you. Who was the new DGCA? See, this year also the aircraft sector, the civil aviation sector is in news, everyday news. So keep an eye on the DGCA. Keep an eye on the DGCA. Fine? Okay. Which of the following city is recognized as a city of music by UNESCO's Creative City Network? This was in very much news way back in 2023. City of music. City of music is Gwalior. But mind you, Gwalior was second city of music. First such is Varanasi in India. Varanasi in India. Fine. And the second thing. See here, everyone. Second thing. Which is a city of literature in India under this UNESCO's Creative City Network? City of literature. Literature. If you know it, who is the city of literature? It is Kozhikode. It is Kozhikode. So these were the things which you study even for UPSC as well, and you study for IB ACIO current affairs as well. Fine? Okay. So see, which of the following statement about India's first regional rapid transit system is true? Mind you, regional rapid transit system is like a metro system. It was an extension to connect Delhi with the NCR region. And this was the first such initiative taken by the government. Yes, it was inaugurated by our Honorable PM, and it was inaugurated in, so they are not playing with the date. Mind you, keep this in mind, they are not playing with the date. The date is correct here, right? It comes under Ministry of Housing, yes. Delhi, Ghaziabad, Meerut RRTS corridor is the first RRTS corridor in India. Yes, that was true. So all statements are correct. The answer is A, that none of the statement is incorrect. None of the statement is incorrect. Fine? Okay. What is India's rank in Climate Change Performance Index? So what we learn here? In our own current affairs, we learn that who publishes the index, what is in the index, and how that index is improving of a country's performance. This was India's 8th rank. So they are asking about the rank of India in the global indices. Let it be HDI, let it be Climate Change Performance Index. And many of you might know that this is an index taken out by German Watch. German Watch brings out this index. Fine? Okay. What is the rank of Indian Global Innovation Index? So this is again an index which is published by WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization. And this is again asked in 2023. That was India's 40th rank was there. So what I learned from these current affairs, that in IB ACIO, they are asking me current affairs. They are asking me current affairs from even the indices, global indices, but they are asking me the rank of India. So when I prepare for the current affairs, I need to keep an eye upon the rank of India. Fine? Okay. So Miyawaki plantation method, it is very much famous, Miyawaki plantation method. Why it was asked? Because Coal India, they had done something related to Miyawaki method. Miyawaki method is a tested and tried method innovated by the Japanese person, that is Arika Miyawaki. So what we do is we plant the trees, the shrubs in a given method, in a given way. So in a 1 square meter area, you plant the trees in a way which is given by the method, so that you can have a maximum growth of your plantation. That is very important, very important. So the technique of plantation involves planting native trees, shrubs, ground cover plants within every square meter. But mind you, this is a method which is even capable of giving you 10 times growth. 10 times growth is being there. So this is correct, this is incorrect, this is not Spanish, this is incorrect, and this is also correct. So 1 and 3 statement are correct here. Statements 1 and 3 are correct here. Fine? 1 and 3. So please read the statement, that is important. Everyone, please read the statement, that is important. Fine. Everyone, please see. If you get any problem, you face any problem, please do tell me. Please do tell me. Please do tell me. Okay, fine. We go ahead. Who among the following are the first ever brother-sister duo to become grandmasters in chess? Do you know about it? Grandmasters in chess. It is quite a news. So it was news back then also. These were the siblings duo. These were the siblings duo. Vaishali and Pragnanda make history as the first ever brother-sister duo to make grandmasters. So they were in news. They were in news. Vaishali and Pragnanda, they make history as the first ever brother-sister. So that was in news. That is why they asked it. That is why they asked it. And let me look upon the time of the news. That was December 2023. If you can't read it, I should read out to you. That was December 2023. December 2023. So they asked about, and let me tell you, if you want to become a grandmaster, that is not that easy. You have to play a tournament where there are at least 2 to 3 grandmasters playing. You have to win that tournament. Also, you have to need to have more than 2500 rating points on the Federation of Chess. So that is also there. You need to fulfill these kind of conditions to get your grandmaster title. Okay. Which among the following statement about the project Udbhav? That was a very landmark project because our defense minister Rajnath Singh had come out with this project so as to motivate our armies, so as to motivate our defense forces. He used to say that our Indian ancient history, our Indian mythologies and all these things, they are full of tactics. Because there were so many kingdoms, every kingdom used to protect itself. That is why it was being maintained. So why can't we learn from our literature, from our ancient knowledge, that what we can take away from them for our defense strategies? What we can take away from them for our defense strategies, right? So it was an initiative, Indian Army, to blend the ancient wisdom for tactics, for tackling the current security measures, right? That is there. So this was correct, this was also correct, this was also correct. So all the statements were correct here. All the statements were correct here. Fine. All the statements were correct. Fine. Okay. We go ahead. Try this one, everyone. This is very easy. Please answer this, everyone. What is the correct option? Please write in the chat box. Write in the chat box, everyone. What is the correct option here? In the chat box. I'll not solve this one. I'll leave it to you. Because I expect this much from my folks, that they would answer this. I'm not solving this one on the board. Fine. I'm leaving it. Okay. Okay. Interesting question. Match the list 1 and list 2. Okay. So here we have the chatbots and here we have the companies who have invented those chatbots, who have those chatbots in them. So what is a chatbot? When I happen to visit a website, so there's a small chatbot usually at the right bottom, which tells you, please tell me what do you want. You are not that much literate. Let me tell you where to go. You might not find the relevant link. Let me help you. Type here, what do you want? These are the chatbots. Fine. And here we see, it is very easy. ChatGPT is OpenAI. So D1, D is matched with 1. This is eliminated. This is also eliminated. So I need to choose this. So here I see that B is 3. So this, my work is also done. B is 3. That is Google. Bard is by Google. Bard is by Google. Chatbot. Okay. So I have to see A and C. If I have studied about them, it would be easier. If I have not, so what would I do? But I can guess one thing. When I happen to visit by Indigo flights, I see that all their flights are having the flight number by 6E. 6E. That is why I am able to match this one also. So C is matched with 2. The answer is 1. So the answer is 1. C is matched with 2. Fine. That is there. Okay. About Nisar satellite. So that is very, very important because this was a landmark event by ISRO, by NASA. It was in news. So what I learned from this, I see that the satellite portion or the space technology portion which has been asked is quite very much in news. So I don't need to go into the nitty-gritties. I don't need to go into that husk nitty-gritty that I should be reading this current affair related to space technology. They've asked a landmark project that it is targeted for launch. India's GSLV was being used. That was Mark II. And secondly, it was a joint mission of India and US. Yes, it was. And the full form of NISAR is NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. That is NISAR. What is this synthetic aperture radar? It helps you to capture the high resolution imaging at the ground level. So you are able to get a better picturing of what is happening at the ground level. What you use it for? Use it to actually see the disaster management. Whatever disaster you are able to encounter, you are able to do any kind of forecasting you want to do. Fine. These kind of measures are being taken. And it was a microwave remote sensing satellite for Earth observation. Yes, that was also correct. That was also correct. So they are not playing with the options that much. What I see is all are correct. What I see is all are correct here. Fine. Okay, let me see. As per the financial assistance for the promotion of Guru Shishya Parampara scheme of the Ministry of Culture, what support is given to the Guru and for how many Shishyas? What support is given for the Guru and for how many Shishyas? This scheme is under the Ministry of Culture. Firstly, this is under the Ministry of Culture. Here we have the Guru, we also have the Shishyas. Fine. Why this scheme was there? Basically, we want to protect our heritage. Those who are teaching as educators, those who are teachers, those who are gurus, who are taking forward our culture, the government of India plan to support them with a monthly remuneration, provided they are able to dispense their learnings to these many Shishyas ahead. Fine, that was the way. So here we see that option A was correct. Option A was correct. Yes, so schemes are being asked. Schemes of the government are being asked here. Fine. Then, this is very easy. This is the Women Reservation Act 2023. Women Reservation Act 2023, which is better known as the 106th Constitution Amendment Act. Right? So, yeah, it is related to the 106th Constitution Amendment Act of the Indian Constitution. Yes, 2 is correct here. And how much reservation is given? 33%. 33% reservation is given to the women in the state assemblies and Lok Sabha and Delhi Assembly also. And Delhi Assembly also. Right? But is that correct? 33% reservation to women in state assemblies? Yes, this statement is also correct. This statement is also correct. Through this act, the reservation will be provided for the next 10 years. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. No. Next 10 years? No. Usually what we do is, we have a pattern of 15 years extension. Whenever we do a pattern of 15 years extension. Article 330A is inserted. Do I know about it? I might not know. I might not know that Article 330A has been inserted. Okay. So let me try. If I know 1 is correct, 2 is correct and 3 is incorrect. 3 is incorrect. 3 is incorrect. Okay, I'm able to solve it. I'm able to solve it without 4 also. Even if I don't know about the 4th statement, I'm able to solve it. So is that difficult? Is that difficult to do? No. It is not difficult to do. Secondly, you must know that here your Article 330A is affected by this. Article 332A is affected. Article 334A is affected. All these articles were amended under the 106th Constitution Amendment Act. 330A, 332A, 334A. That were being amended. Okay, fine. Sacred ensembles of the Hoysalas were declared as UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2023. They are located in. I want you to answer this. Every one of you. Every one of you, I want you to answer this. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm waiting for your answer, bache. I'm waiting for your answer, folks. What is the answer here? What is the answer here? What is the answer here? So the answer is 1, that is Karnataka. The answer is 1. Yes, very good Shweta. Very good Shweta. Very good bache. Okay. As of December 2023, which among the following schemes are related to the Ministry of Minority Affairs? So the Ministry of Minority Affairs, we really hear about their schemes, their initiatives, right? So I have to guess here that which scheme is under which ministry, right? So Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Even if I don't know that is it Ministry of Minority Affairs, but I know this much, it would be either Ministry of Education or Ministry of Women Child Development. It would surely not be Minority Affairs. So 4 is out. 4 is out. Fine. 4 is out. Okay. Pragati Scholarship. Pragati means innovation, means progress, means something to do better. So that would definitely be Education Ministry or Ministry of Science and Tech. So 3 is also out. 3 is also out. Right? So I'm left with 1 and 2. Saksham Scholarship Scheme. Saksham is like, it is really for the disabled. Even if you are not familiar with the word Saksham, Saksham mostly which is used in the government schemes is for making the disabled, the things which are around them accessible to them. So this is related to Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So the answer is 1 only. So the answer is 1 only. 1 only. Fine. That was the thing. Okay. I go ahead. So surely those folks who are interested in a English batch, this is the batch for them, available at 299, 2999 at a code of KJ Live. Fine. This is English batch. And completely English batch, live English batch, that is 2999, and we are starting it 25th of July this week. We have bache about 45 days. About 45 days of prep, because your exam is around 15th of September. Your exam is about 15th of September. So that is why we thought to announce a completely live English medium batch. It will be completely in English medium. So mark your date, bache. Mark your date, that is 25th of July. 25th of July is the starting date, the first class in the batch. Okay. So this is your QR code of the discussion group which you can take. You can come here, right? Okay. General studies. Let's come to the general studies section. It would be easier for you. It would be easy for you because if you are in the preparation, it would be easy for you. Okay. Which of the following were the aspects of the Green Revolution? You have been asked about the Green Revolution. Using high-yielding variety of seeds, Green Revolution was initiated to address the food security in India, and we imported the high-yielding variety of seeds. We imported from US also the high-yielding variety of seeds of wheat and of rice from the Southeast Asia, that is Indonesia, Malaysia. So mechanization of agriculture was involved. Yes, we initiated the mechanization because if we want to have a capital production, we need the mechanization. We can't have it without it. Use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Yes, we needed it also. Did we need irrigation? Yes, because these seeds, these capital production, these required high amount of irrigation. So these facilities also we needed. So the answer is all, that is 3. Answer is all, that is 3. Fine. Okay. This is very easy. Please answer this one. Everyone folks, please answer this. What is the answer for this? The term secular. The term secular was added to the preamble of Indian Constitution by which Constitutional Amendment Act? By which Constitutional Amendment Act, bache? Please tell me. That is your 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. This is also known as mini constitution. This is also known as mini constitution. So general studies questions are not difficult. In IB ACIO 2, your general studies questions are not difficult. Okay? Fine. This is a good question. I would say this is a good question. Okay. All my UPSC folks, all my civil services aspirants, please come here. judicial decisions are bound by the precedent in common law. Okay. Whereas the quasi-judicial decisions are generally not. They are not bound by precedent in common law. Okay. Okay. Judicial decisions may create new laws, but the quasi-judicial decisions are based on existing law. What a beautiful question. What a beautiful question. Everyone, see here, it's what a beautiful question. So the judicial decisions are bound by precedent in common law. Common law means we generally refer to the law, right? We generally refer to the law which we study even under Article 13 also, any such definition of law. But precedent means set examples. Precedent means, okay, Sarang is saying 4. Sarang is saying 4. Please listen. Let us decode the statement. Judicial decisions are bound by precedent in common law. For example, any judicial decision is going on. Would they be bound by whatever has happened in the law before? Do they follow the set judgments? For example, any judgment which will be delivered today, would they follow the Keshwar and the Bharti case? Yes, they would. So they are bound by precedent in common law. Quasi-judicial decisions are generally not. Yes. For example, quasi-judicial body, let me take it as NGT, National Green Tribunal. Would they be bounded by common law precedents? No. They happen to take their own decisions. They take own decisions. Yes, but those decisions are under the power given to them, in a law. For example, NGT has imposed many times multiple of fines which they have been entitled to, that they can go for any such fine. So the statement 1 is correct. Secondly, let us come second. Judicial decisions may create new laws. Do they? Straight evidence is Article 142. Yes, they do. Supreme Court, many times they deliver such a judgment which works as the nature of law. For example, the famous Tamil Nadu governor case, just which happened now, which changed the governor powers under Article 200. You know that. Do they? Do they or not? Yes. Judicial decisions may create new laws. Yes, they do. But the quasi-judicial decisions are bound on existing law. Yes. They can't change a new. They can't change the law, right? So, both A and B are true. Both A and B are true. Okay. See the next statements. Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata. It's a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. Yes, this is true. That is what the Bhagavad Gita is, right? Secondly, Shankaracharya is associated with the Advaita Vedanta school of Hindu philosophy. That is also correct. Rig Veda is the oldest of the Vedas. Yes, that is right. It contains the hymns related to the various deities. Yes. Natya Shastra, attributed to Bharat Muni or the sage Bharat, is an ancient Indian treatise on the performing arts and is closely related to the expression of the Hindu spirituality. Yes. Natya Shastra, which is a classical treatise on our dance, classical dance, classical theatre, classical music. Yes, that's true. So all are correct. Answer is A. Answer is 1. All are correct here. Fine. Mamluk dynasty was ended by which of the following rulers? So what I see here is Mamluk dynasty, that is your slave dynasty. We all know that this was started by Qutbuddin Aibak in Delhi, right? But we don't know, we might not know who ended it. Do we know who ended it? Who ended this? Everyone, do we know? Bache? Who ended it? That was Jalaluddin Firuz Khilji. That was the question. So in history, they tend to ask you questions from every part. Let it be modern, let it be medieval, let it be ancient history. They will ask from every front. Fine? Okay. Tehri Dam, located on the Bhagirathi river in Uttarakhand, is the highest dam in India. Right. Which is the second highest dam in India? Please tell me if you know it. Which is the second highest dam in India, bache? highest dam in India. Second highest would be your Bhakra Nangal. Bhakra Nangal is your second highest dam, right? Kakrapar atomic power plant is situated in Gujarat. Yes. Naruda atomic power station situated in Uttar Pradesh is a major attributor to India's nuclear energy production. Yes. So they are asking you about the locations, about the prominent locations, about the atomic power plant or the nuclear energy plant or even a thermal power plant which is in news. So they will ask about it. So general studies is also collaborated with your current affairs which are going on. Fine. Okay. Literacy rate of males in India. Please tell me this answer, everyone. Bache. Question number 7. Question number 7. What is the literacy rate of males in India? Because right now also I have the recent census as 2011 only. My next census is underway and it is about to be completed. It will take time. It will take time of months or even more than a year. So what is the literacy rate of males in India? It is 82%, right? It is 82%. And what is the literacy rate in India? That is 74%. If I cut the males, because the literacy rate of females is less, it is close to 65% as per census 2011. And we see that the new census will definitely, I promise you, this number is going to improve. This number is going to improve in the new census. Yes, fine. Okay. Ulambana festival is which of the following religion? Ulambana festival. This is a festival which is celebrated in the memory of Buddha disciple, their incarnation, their contribution. So this is related to Buddhism. This is related to Buddhism. Okay, a basic question from the core of polity. Constitutional Amendment Act 74th provides for the constitution of wards committees. Okay, I'll think over it. 12th schedule of the constitution lists the powers and responsibilities of the municipalities. Yes, this is right. Urban local governments in India include municipal corporations, municipal councils, nagar panchayats, depending on the size of the population. Okay. Okay. So what I read in polity is that these municipal corporations, municipal councils and nagar panchayats, they are decided on the basis of which kind of urban area are you. Are you a big urban area? Are you a metropolitan town? Are you a big city or a small town? And that definition depends primarily on the size of population. So that is correct. And that is also correct. So I decide upon this. Wards committee. This is indeed mentioned there in Article 243. In Article 243, this is mentioned. So my all statements are correct. My all statements are correct here. Fine. Okay. Who among the following was the minister who helped King Ashoka acquire the throne? Okay. So this is asked from the core of your history. That is Radgupta. Radgupta helped the King Ashoka to acquire the throne. Now again, from the basics of polity, quite basics. Prime Minister of India must be a member of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Yeah. You have to be a member from either house. Neither you can't be the Prime Minister. Yeah, in exceptional cases, you can be the Prime Minister for 6 months max, which is given in the Constitution of India, right? But he must be a member of either house. Yes, that's correct. The President of India has the power to grant pardons, respites, remissions of punishment under Article 73 of the Indian Constitution. Okay. So they are asking me about the article number. And so what do I see here? They are asking me about the article number. So I need to revise the prominent articles in the Constitution, which are in daily news or which come up promptly in the news. I need to revise them. So this is again incorrect. This is Article 72. Right? The Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of the Lok Sabha. Oh, okay. Lok Sabha? No. That is Rajya Sabha. Incorrect. 2 and 3 incorrect. 2 and 3 are incorrect. Okay, I need to check the 4th. The governor of a state is appointed by the president and holds office during the pleasure of the president. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. So my statement 1 and 4 are correct. So the correct answer is 2. Very good, Sarang. Very good, bache. Very good. Very good, Sarang. So my correct answer is 1 and 4. Right? So what do I see from here? In the polity, when I'm revising the polity, I need to check the basics. I also need to look upon the articles also. For example, they have asked me from this article 243 if I don't know about the wards committee, or they have asked me about the pardoning powers of the president that are under article 72. Okay. So they have asked me about the rivers here. They have asked me about the rivers here. Brahmaputra river is known as Sangpo in the upper reaches in Tibet. Yes, that's correct. Godavari river is often referred to as the Ganges of the south. Okay. See, Godavari river is referred to as the Ganges of the south, but the prominent name this is given to the Kaveri. This prominent name is given to the Kaveri river, right? So my second statement is incorrect. That is 1, 3 and 4 would be the correct answer here. 1, 3 and 4. The Krishna river is the second largest river basin in India after Ganges, and the Indus river originates from the Tibetan plateau near Lake Mansarovar. That is 1, 3 and 4. Right. Now they are asking you about the HDI, that is the Human Development Index. It assesses a country's average accomplishment in 3 aspects. So I need to know what is in the Human Development Index, how it is being made. Long and healthy life, knowledge, decent standard of living. You must be able to know that HDI is composed of your health, your education and your income. And you can express these 3 factors via different ways. For example, if I want to know about the health, I'll see about the malnutrition, undernutrition. I can also see about the average years of schooling for checking your knowledge. I can also look upon the income levels in the country for having a decent standard of living. So this is correct. Kerala has consistently topped among the Indian states in HDI. Yes, that's damn correct. That's damn correct. According to the Human Development Report of 2021-22, India ranks 135. I already told you, in the indices, ranks are being discussed, right? Ranks are being discussed. So this is 132. So this was incorrect. 1 and 2 are correct. The answer is 3. Statement 3. So the answer is statement 3. Oh my God. So such a question was also being asked in UPSC 2025. Related to this. So what is the answer here, folks? Try to guess what would be the answer here in the question number 14. What would be the answer here in the question number 14? In the question number 14. So the answer here is 11 centimeter. So the answer here is 11 centimeter. Fine. That is required. Okay. Consider the following statements. 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution lists 22 languages. Correct. Sanskrit is a liturgical language. Liturgical language means this contains the important historical information and it was used in past for these religions. Yes, that's correct. And this is one of the 22 languages. Yes, that is also correct. So Konkani, which is spoken in the western coast of India, was added to the 8th schedule by the 71st Amendment of the Constitution. Yes. Godavari is also known. Yes. So the Konkani, okay. So here what we see is by the 71st Constitution Amendment Act is KMN. I remember that like that only because that is my way of remembering the 71st Constitution Amendment Act. That is your Konkani, your Manipuri, your Nepali. They were added. And further by 92nd Constitution Amendment Act, your BDMS languages were added. That is your Bodo, Dogri, that is your Maithili and Santhali were added. Okay, right? And I think that is all are correct. So the answer is 4. So the answer is 4 here. Right? Again, so this is a second question on HDI. Second question on HDI. HDI is a composite index that accounts for the life expectancy at birth, mean years of schooling, expected years of schooling, and the gross national income. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Health, education, income. 3 factors of HDI. I just told you. As per the UNDP report, India's HDI declined during COVID-19. Yes, it did. Because of the years of schooling, because of the health also. And HDI for India's female population has been historically lower. Yes. Inequality adjusted HDI considers the inequality in distribution of each dimension across the population. Actually, that is an innovation in HDI, inequality. Because if I look upon the HDI for wholesome population, it would be quite incorrect to gauge even the performance or the improvement in those sections which are not at par. So when I look upon the sections which are left behind, so I have to look upon the inequality adjusted HDI, and that is precisely what it does. So all are correct. All are correct. The answer is 2. So the answer is 2. All are correct. All are correct. Which of the following rivers are east flowing? This I'm not doing. This I'm not doing. You have to answer this one. You have to answer this one. I'm not doing. This is a very easy question. Very easy question. Net indirect taxes are included in. So indirect taxes. Indirect taxes means which are not related, which are not related to your income. For example, GST. If someone with the income of 10,000 tries to buy let's say food item, a coffee, right? He would be paying a GST on it from the restaurant. And the person who has an income of more than 1 lakh would be buying the same coffee. They would be paying the same amount of taxes. So these are indirect taxes which are not linked to your income, which are not directly imposed on your income. So definitely they will not be included in my personal taxes. They will not be included in my personal income. Net current transfers. This is completely an offshoot topic being discussed here, because the transfers are one-sided payments. Usually the largest source of transfer is the remittances. One example of it. Subsidies are also an example of current transfers. So they are not related to transfers. So they are included in the national disposable income. So when we read about GDP, we read about GNP. Similarly, we read about NDP and we read about NNP. So there we use the term net indirect taxes. There we use the term net indirect taxes because that is the requirement. Fine. So the answer is 4. Okay. Vijayanagar Empire was established by Harihara I and Bukka Rai I. Correct. Very much correct. Very prominent empire of the southern India. Krishna Dev Rai, the greatest ruler of this empire, belonged to the Tuluva dynasty. Yes, that's correct. The Battle of Talikota led to the decline of the Chola Empire. No, that was Vijayanagar Empire. So the third is incorrect. The answer is 1. So the answer is 1. Pranjal, this is a completely English medium channel. Okay. So here the batch which we are launching, I'll show you. The batch which we are launching here is completely English medium batch, which is going to commence from 25th of July. So all communication, the medium of instruction would be completely English at here, right? Because there are many people in India who are completely comfortable with completely English. Okay, so they do not want to communicate in English. So that is why. That is why. Okay, so yeah, the answer is 1. Fine. Okay, Indian National Congress was formed in 1885 with A.O. Hume as its first president. Oh my God, this is wrong. This is W.C. Banerjee. W.C. Banerjee. So the first statement is incorrect. Yeah, I have the answer. I just want to know that who was the first president of Congress, and I'm through. So let me look about the other statements. Muslim League was formed in 1906. Yeah. Proposed the idea of separate electorates for Muslims with the Lucknow Pact. Yeah. This pact was done in 1916. But yes, the statement is correct. All India Kisan Sabha formed in Lucknow in 1936 addresses the issue of peasantry. Yeah, correct. That was the whole purpose of making it. The Gadar Party was an international political movement issued by the Punjabi Indians in US and Canada with the aim of liberating India from British rule. Oh my. Okay, yes. But the problem was that they were violent. That is why they were suppressed. The methods of their operation were more tending towards violence. That is why. They were more tending towards violence. That is why. Fine? That is why. So my correct answer is, apart from the one, all the statements are correct. Okay. So this is my English batch. The medium of instruction is English. Code KJ Live. You use it. You get it at 2999. It has already started from yesterday. Already started. Fine. And this is my English batch, which we have come upon for our dear students from this channel. That is 2999. Right? You use the code KJ Live. And mind you, this is a live English batch, live. And after you miss the live class, it will be available to you as a recorded class. Also, we have 5 tests as mock test available for you. And those who are wondering, sir, the fees is something. So the tier 2 preparation is also included in it. The tier 2 preparation, which is your essay writing. The essay writing, which is also your long English answers writing. The tier 2 prep is also included in this batch. So this is commencing, my folks. This is commencing from, I repeat, 25th July. 25th July. Why I'm saying this again and again? Because many of you might not be knowing that 45 or 50 days are there only to prepare for your prelims. That is 15th September around date. That would be there. We have only these many dates. Only these many days. Fine? So please prepare. This is a discussion group which you can check. Okay, the English paper. Okay, I think most awaited. The English paper. Let's see this. So I expect a reply from all of you. The sentence below has been divided into the parts. Select the part of the sentence that has an error. If the sentence has no error, select the option no error. Select the option no error. I don't know the reason why he has said all this, yet it puts him in a bad light. So when I'm reading the sentence, I don't know the reason. That is correct part. Why he has said all this? Whereas he has said all this tends to go in the past perfect. Right? It tends to go in the past perfect, yet it puts him in a bad light. So the tenses of these two parts of the sentence are not matching. So what I can do is, why he said all this. Yes, that would be better. Let me read it again. I don't know the reason why he said this, yet it puts him in a bad light. Yeah. Now this is good. Why he said this? How many days it will take to complete the class, sir? Because I need to revise also time. It will, the whole schedule will be about 45 days. See, the whole schedule of the batch, here is about 45 days. When the batch is starting on 25th of July, we are targeting to close it on around 3rd or 4th of September, right? And during that, you will be able to practice your tests also, which are given in the batch. You are able to practice those tests also. Fine? So this is it. Okay. This is a good question. Please see this. Folks, let me tell you one thing here. Everyone please listen to me. Folks, English section, you might know that this is a weak point of the people who are not well versed with English. This is a weak point for them. And you have a chance to capitalize on this because it has a weightage of 20 questions in the exam. And the people who are not well versed with English, who are not comfortable with English, they tend to leave the questions, and that becomes an active ground from you that you can capitalize on these marks. You can gain the advantage from here, right? So please try to fill the form. Everyone please fill the form. Fill the form, everyone. because this is the section where the rest of the people or the rest of the candidates might be as at a less advantage to you, right? Okay. Okay, the 6 statements are there. I have to arrange them in a way that there is some sort of coherence is there. Okay. Okay. So I have a less than a minute to do it. Firstly, I have less than a minute. So what I do, the easy way is go by the options. 6th statement. There was bliss and tranquility around them. Who is them? It can't be the first sentence. Then 3163. The next moment the boys found themselves floating over misty clouds. Okay, I can start with it. 3. Okay, this can be the start. Okay, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. It was then that they saw the formless one before them. Who is them again? Who is they again? We don't know, right? So this is also incorrect. So my sentence would be starting from 3rd statement only, which I need to decode from here. The sentence would be starting from 3rd statement only. Okay, I'll start my proceeding. The next moment, the boys found themselves floating over the misty clouds. Okay. Okay, that is correct. Now, now I have to see whether 1 or 5 will follow. They had escaped the dark world and were enveloped in a dazzling white light which almost blinded them. The next moment, the boys found themselves floating over the misty clouds. They had escaped the dark world. There is a sense going on because they had just come out from the dark world. Now they were floating over the misty clouds. There's a connect. There's a connect. So let me try the other way. 3, 5. It was then that they saw the formless one before them. Okay, this might be also correct. Okay, this might also be correct. Okay, 3162. 316. There was bliss and tranquility around them. Okay, they had escaped the dark world. Now they were calm, floating over the misty clouds. Okay, 316 is going fine also. So let me see 352. 352. 2. The next moment, the boys found themselves floating over the misty clouds. It was then that they saw the formless one before them. Now 2. The fountain of immortality sprung before them, from which they collected the elixir in a large conch shell. Large conch shell. Okay. So they saw the formless one, now the mountain of immortality. So there some disconnect is coming after 5. Let me read the 316254 exactly. The next moment the boys found themselves floating over the misty clouds. They had escaped the dark world. Now they were in a white light and there was bliss, there was calmness around them. Then the fountain of immortality sprung before them. So they collected the good, the liquid elixir from them so that they could be immortal and something like that. Okay. After 2, it is 5. It was then that they saw the formless one before them. After they collected that elixir, they just saw formless one, kind of a god-like figure. And finally, they gave him that elixir from the shell and he immediately acquired an ethereal form. So, my statement 2 makes sense. So, what do I learn from this question? Even if I'm very well versed in English, it will take me some time to develop this coherence. That is what will be done in the batch, that you will be practiced, you will be exposed to so many of these kind of questions so that you are able to tackle them within the prescribed time limit. Within the prescribed time limit. Fine? Okay. So, idiom, pour oil on the troubled waters. How we can use it? Where we can use it? Pour oil on the troubled waters. So, it is like calming down a situation. Calming down a situation. But I cleared the exam. I did not to join the posting. Okay. If you unnecessarily interfere in others' affairs, you will suffer yourself. No, that is not. Fed up with the frequent strikes, the management decided to deal with the situation decisively. Like they are trying to find a solution, right? Okay. The government ordered a judicial inquiry into the communal rights in order to bid in a bid to pacify the situation. Yeah, this is like calming down the situation. Yes, yes, yes. From his behavior, it is obvious that someone has prejudiced him against me. So your statement C is correct here. Is correct here. Yeah, I'll teach ethics, but I'll teach ethics. Don't worry, I'll teach it. I'll teach it. Okay, okay, fine. Let's move ahead. So your phrase is given, and you have to match it with the meaning of that phrase. Your phrase is given on one side. Okay, I'll do Lalita ji. I'll do. Thank you, bache. I'll do. Okay, so the correct one-word substitution has to be made. Okay, a very commonly used word is utopia. Utopia is like a heaven-like situation, an ideally perfect state. Okay, D is matched with 3. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect. D is 3. So A is 2. An annual calendar that contains important dates and time is almanac. So that is true. Now the rest of the 2 you will tell me. The rest of the 2 you will tell me. Please tell me. One who is a critical judge of any art, one who does not appreciate art. One who is a critical judge of any art and one who does not appreciate art. Please tell me. Tell me, everyone. What would be there? What would be there? I'm awaiting for your reply, bache. I'm awaiting for your reply. I'm waiting for your reply. So, who is Philistine and who is Canuso? Who is Canuso and who is Philistine? Canuso is someone who has a taste, who has a good taste, who can judge an art form. That is Canuso. That is Canuso. Who is a critical judge of any art. That is Canuso. Yeah. So, your B is matched with 1. So, the answer is 1 only. So, the B is matched with 1. Who is a critical judge of any art is Canuso, bache. I expect you to at least correct this one, right? So, who is a critical judge? Because Canuso has a taste for art form. Canuso has a taste, that is why Canuso can judge it properly. Those who do not appreciate are Philistine. Yeah, that could be one. Yeah. Those who do not appreciate are Philistine. Okay. Select the most appropriate meaning of the given proverb from this. Better late than never. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. This is a cakewalk. Even easier than a cakewalk. I'm not doing it. All of you can write your answers. I'll tell you if you are right or wrong. All of you can write your answers here. I'll be telling you the right answer. You just write your answers. I'll not be doing it. I'll not be solving it on the board. Okay. 4 sentences are given below. Now I have to take out the odd one. Okay. So odd one has to be taken out. Fine. A new analysis has determined that the threat of global warming can still be greatly diminished if the nations cut the emissions of heat-trapping greenhouse gases by 70% this century. If they cut the emissions of heat-trapping greenhouse gases by 70% this century. Okay. A new analysis has come out with the research showing that the additional warming of about 1 degree Celsius may be the threshold for dangerous climate change. The European Union has called for dramatic cuts in the emissions of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. Okay, so they are telling me that the same research is showing some additional detail which is being capitalized by the European Union. The same. Fine. Okay. The most dangerous potential aspects of climate change include this. So this is giving me what are the extreme effects of climate change. Okay. This research indicates that we can no longer avoid significant warming during this century. So statement A, B and D are all related to the research. They are all related to the research. There is complete mention about research here. Everything. But mind you, this statement is a very general statement. This statement is a very general statement. This one, the most dangerous. It is not related to the research being discussed in the other sentences. Other sentences are discussing about the research. They are discussing about the new analysis. But this is a general statement. So this is the odd one out. The answer is C. The answer is C. So are you getting an idea, a gist of how the English questions are being asked? Please reply me yes or no. We are conducting a session for you so that you are able to gauge the IB ACIO exam questions, especially those which have been asked recently last year. Please tell me a reply, yes or no. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, everyone. If you're able to gauge, if you're able to gauge. Actually, I have taught a lot in Pune, Maharashtra, which I see is an educational hub for the Maharashtra street. And the kids over there, the folks over there, I really like them. They take a genuine interest in the subject when we teach. They really take a genuine interest, and I developed to have happen to develop have a bond with them, and that is a bond which I cherish from the last 2 years. And I really like visiting Pune back then, and also if now I get the opportunity, also the foods over there. So really, I had a very good experience coming to Maharashtra. Okay, fine. Select the word that is opposite antonym. Corpulent. Corpulent. If you don't know the the meaning of the word, you would be stuck here. It means fat. It means fat. Anti of this is slim. Anti of this is slim. Fine. And the other are the aerial, that is in the air, anecdotist and narrator related to the storytelling. They're related to the storytelling, right? So they are not related to corpulent. Fine. The sentence below has been divided into 3 parts. Okay. Again, like the first question we saw. So the question is, he has been read through the archives to research his article on the town's history. He has been read. What are you joking here? Please tell me the answer of this. Yes, Shweta is quite active in the chat. The others are not active that much in the chat. Shweta is quite active, and this activity will help you clear the IB ACIO exam. I'm telling you. You just need to be active in life to get the things done. Yeah, he has been read through. Can I get the answer here? Can I get the answer here? This is very easy. This is very easy. He has been read through. He has read through. He has basic English. Basic English. That is, he has read through. Okay. Match the following group of words with the correct one-word substitutions. I have to do the one-word substitution. Okay, tell me here. Nostalgia is quite popular, which we used in daily life also. Pure mixed feelings with sadness at recalling happy moments in the past. That is 4. Yes, that is 4. Okay, Shweta, you are telling the last question. Yeah, this 4. Yes, correct. Correct, bache. Very much correct. So, come here. So, 4. I have B as marked as 4. Oh, I've got the answer. Luckily, I've got the answer with just B. If I know about B, if I just know about B, I've got the answer. Right? I've got the answer. Fine. Act of looking into one's mind, that is introspection. That would be A. That is A is 3. B, already marked. C, a false perception of things that do not really exist. Are you hallucinating? That is what we call it. Are you hallucinating? So D is 2, that is absent-minded daydreaming. It might be difficult to mark. It might be difficult to mark. Let me tell you. So we might not have heard about reverie. We might not have heard about reverie. But on the basis of other 3, I can mark the correct answer. In fact, on the basis of 1 only, like on the basis of nostalgia only, I'm able to mark the correct answer. Fine. Okay, select the correct conclusion based on the meaning of the underlined word. Statement: the trade embargo has impacted export revenue. The trade embargo has impacted the export revenue. Embargo is some kind of a restriction, right? So I don't know how the export revenue has been impacted. If there is a restriction, so the export revenue would be impacted negatively. Fine. The new trade laws have exempted goods from duty. No, embargo is generally being imposed on countries where we want to have some sort of, we want to have a condition being imposed on them, like for human rights, like for stopping some kind of insecurity measures. That is why we impose embargo upon them. Yeah, yeah. Yes, if you are interested in that, But you can join this. You can join this pure English batch here in StudyIQ. You can join this pure English batch for IB ACIO, right? You can join this one. And let me open the note here. It would be opened just now. If you want to join this pure English batch, so this is again available for 2999, starting from 25th of July, right? This is there. And one more thing, that yes, you use the code which is given below, that is KJ Live, because I would be spearheading the batch, right? I'm also spearheading the English batch. And regarding anything which you want to inquire, please keep checking this view PDF, because in this your tentative time schedule of the classes would be updated here. View PDF. View PDF. Kindly check this view PDF. Right? Right? And in this is a discount coupon code which you can get for this price. Right? And one more thing, please use the 5 mock tests and try to use them after 12th or 14th or 15th of August. Class timing would be, again, that would be 6 to 9, one class timing, and the other class timing would be conveyed to you. That would be conveyed to you. Yes, Himanshu, that would be completely English medium batch. English medium, like general studies would be taught in English medium, like current affairs would be taught in English medium, mathematics, quantitative reasoning, all would be taught in English medium only. All would be taught in English medium only. Fine. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. So trade embargo has impacted export revenue. Export revenue. Fine. So the new trade laws have exempted goods from duty? No. Actually, the duties have been imposed to stop their movement. The trading in certain goods has been temporarily stopped. Yeah. The government order has put restrictions on trade with some. Yes. Exports have increased after signing off new trade. No. So my 2 and 3 are correct here. My 2 and 3 are correct here. Yeah. Okay. The sentence below has been divided into 3 parts, right? 3 parts. As noon approached, the sunlight filtered through and branches. It's they are gifting you marks. Through and branches. What? Through the branches, right? So this is and yeah, fourth one has error. Through the branches, casting dappled patterns. Dappled are rounded, kind of rounded patterns on the cobblestone path. Cobblestone is a path which is naturally made up of rounded stones. That is the cobblestone path. Fine, that is there. Okay. After his father's death, he became a prodigal of his fortune. Prodigal, who is carelessly spending money, who is not caring about the expenses, he is just doing a lavish spending, having no sense of responsibility at all. So conclusion is, he gained wisdom and spent money cautiously. No. Being the only heir, he inherited all his father's wealth. So the underlined word we have to see. Underlined word was prodigal in this. So inherited all his father's wealth? No. He squandered his wealth recklessly and lost all he had. Yeah. He assumed the responsibility of increasing father. No. So prodigal is that lavish, careless spending. If I go for antonym of this, it would be like stingy. Stingy would be an antonym of it, right? That is there. Okay. Select the word that is closest in meaning to the word given below. Equivocal. Quite familiar word. Equivocal means which can have more than one meaning. Which can have interpretation of more than one meanings, which is similar to unanimous. No. Unanimous is having one voice, one side. This is not. Occlude, obstruct, no. Occlude means in the clouds, the occlusion of the clouds for the sunlight. They obstruct sunlight, not occlusion, not obstruction, ambiguous. More than one meaning. Okay. So again, that paragraph, that coherence of sentences is given, but it is a bit easier than the one we did in the second. So the opening sentence is given, born on this date in LA, in California, Emma Stone's journey in the entertainment industry began at a young age. Okay, young age. Fine. So again, I'll do that method. SPR is the starting. Inspired by the likes of Meryl Streep, Stone continued honing her craft and exploring diverse roles, solidified her status as one of the Hollywood's leading actresses. Closing sentence is given. This is separate. Closing sentence is separate. Okay. So born on this date, she continued honing her craft. Could be S, could be, could be. Then P. While attending the local theatre classes, Stone discovered her passion for acting and Stone started auditioning for various roles. Yeah, I think B would be better than S, because young age is given, then she attended some classes, then she discovered her passion, and she also paid for auditions. Okay, P would be better. R. Stone's career skyrocketed as she garnered critical acclaim for her performances in movies like The Help and La La Land, earning her Academy Award for the Best Actress. So that is not. So I am more interested in P, Q, S, R. You can make that coherence. P, Q, S, R. P is a better start, right? And Q, despite facing initial rejections in the auditions, her determination and talent eventually landed her a breakthrough in the comedy that is Superbad. Okay, P and Q making that logical sense. Then after that, S. Despite and inspired by the likes of Streep, she continued honing her craft and exploring diverse roles, and she continued to grow. After that, R. Stone's career skyrocketed and she garnered critical acclaim for her performances in this. Yeah, so this is a logical sequence. P, Q, S, R. Logical sequence. Fine. The sentence below has been divided into three parts. We will have to spend a few hours journeying down in the bus which is bound to take its toll. We will have to spend a few hours journeying down in a bus which is bound to take its toll. This is correct. This is correct. Journeying down in a bus, take its toll means this is going to be a long journey and we are going to be exhausted by it. So there has to be a fatigue. The fatigue has to follow in this journey. So this is correct. So the answer is 4, no error. Answer is 4, no error. Fine. Okay. So what happens here? In this, you are given a paragraph. In such a kind of a question, you are given a paragraph. There are some blanks given. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are these kind of blanks given. You have to fill them. There are these kind of blanks given. You have to fill them. Fine. And the choices are given below. The choices are given below. What draws India closer to an obscure and indirect picture are blank tribes. Mostly it is not immigrant. Obsolete, maybe. Original or indigenous would be there. Either it would be indigenous or original. They own their own personality, far from the unique trend, far from the contemporary trends. Yes. So from the first two, I'm able to gauge what would be the correct answer. From the first two, indigenous, then contemporary. As Adivasis have their own language, religion, festivals, cuisine, dance culture, hospitality, they also significantly and music with such an enigmatic hold, a contrasting patriarchal and matriarchal society. The lively tableau. Tableau is kind of a scenic, a kind of a scene which pictures, right? The tableau of the tribal community in India stretches from the remote villages in the Himalayas to the southern tip of the India, and also across the northeast of India, right? That is given. So I have given you a fair bit of idea how the questions are being asked. And lastly, what I would like to say, this is English paper, like, right? And this is a batch which is getting started on 25th of July. Okay, all the classes would be available in purely English medium. Let it be GS, current affairs, let it be other subjects. All are in English, right? So try to remember the price, that is 299, and you must firstly fill the form for IBACIO, right? And you can use this code. KJ Live. Fine. And that is also coming at the bottom of your screen. I look forward to meeting you in the classes. Because of the YouTube, there would be very limited things which will be going on. Mostly the activity is going on in the reason being, we only have about 45-50 days to prepare this. We don't have more time than that. So that is why we are capitalizing, we are energizing all our resources towards the batch, right? Mind you, the paper would be conducted on 15th of September and you will have that much time only for preparing. Okay. So please take care and please fill the form. Let me open that website also. The forms have already come. MHA. See, this is the form link. This is the form link, everyone. This is the form link. IB ACIO 2. Just fill up the form, right? And from this discussion, you might have got a fair bit of idea how the English section, the general studies section and the current affairs section is being conducted in the IB ACIO exam. Fine. Do have a look and please fill the form. Okay. Thank you, everyone. And we look forward to meeting you in the classes. Okay.